I feel like I'm a person who can handle a lot already. Like, I've been through so much, but this is just not right.
A Vancouver woman is terrified she may lose the right to her child after her husband took their 5-year-old son to his home country of Taiwan and is refusing to come back. And a warning, the images in this story are graphic.
Right now, I feel like no one can tell me, like, what to do. Like, what's the best thing to do? Like, every lawyer says different things.
Jane C. has been desperately trying to figure out her options after the father of her child brought him to Taiwan last year for a family trip. But he has now sent her papers asking for a divorce and to change their son's citizenship.
Can't just, use COVID as a reason to, keep someone, it's extraordinary circumstances.
C says she endured years of abuse at the hands of her husband. He faced an assault charge for an alleged attack on her in 2015, but that charge was stayed at her request. Today, C's focus remains on finding a way to get her son home.
I just keep thinking, oh my God, if my child stays in Taiwan, what is he going to become?
The left behind parent, or the parent that is here in Canada whose kid has been taken or held in that foreign country, it was in a very sticky position. There's not much that can actually be done.
These circumstances are not unique. Surrey lawyer Chris Carta specializes in family law. He says it comes down to whether the country has agreed to an international treaty, which helps parents get their child back when they have been abducted by a parent from one country to another.
A lot of countries out there are members of something called the Hague Convention on the civil aspects of international child abduction. Canada's one of them. That creates a process for people to get their kids back to their habitual residences. In the case we're talking about, Taiwan, unfortunately, is not a signatory.
Without Taiwan being part of the agreement, Carta says C is left with very few options, other than hiring local lawyers in Taiwan and fighting for her parental rights in that country.
My Taiwanese lawyers are saying the longer my son lives in Taiwan, the less chance I can get him back. Which to me, it doesn't change the fact that right before this incident, his habitual residence is Canada.
Angela McDougall with the Battered Women's Support Society says they've had to adapt their services to accommodate for women in circumstances like C's.
See it routinely enough where we, feel like we have some kind of expertise in the relationship between immigration, family law, and gender-based violence. And so it's a piece of work that we fell into out of necessity.
C is looking at every avenue to try and get her son back. She's reached out to her local MP, support services, and now the media. But the process is beginning to make her feel hopeless.
If this is happening so much, why do we feel so hopeless when it does happen?
She's been left with very few answers and is continuing to use what little money she has left to try and fight for her parental rights.
This is just not right. I feel like, what have I done wrong,
Ashley Burr, City News.